Evelyn Wang Yo is a Chinese-American lady who runs a striving laundromat with her significant other, Waymond Quan. The business is being examined by the IRS, which has caused rising strains just before the Chinese New Year. Moreover, her dad, Gong Pong, has quite recently shown up from China and is living with them. As she sorts the receipts on the low, area table before their IRS arrangement, she doesn't see Waymond's endeavors to serve her legal documents. Her girl, Satisfaction, HSU, and her sweetheart, Becky, Madel, show up as Happiness I.S. intended to assist with penetrating any language distinctions at the IRS meeting. Evelyn is as yet attempting to acknowledge her girl's lesbianism and is hesitant to acquaint Becky with Gong. After he descends the steps into the laundromat while she is managing a client, Evelyn presents Becky as Delight's old buddy, making them storm out. In the IRS building lift, Waymond's character changes when he is momentarily taken over by a rendition of himself from the Alpha universe. After being associated with a headset, Evelyn sees an outline of significant minutes from her life: her dad's failure at having a girl, meeting Waymond, her family repudiating her for wedding him, purchasing the laundromat, and having bliss. Alpha Waymond makes sense of that each choice makes another equal unev. RSE and that they might be at serious risk. Then he gives her a rundown of directions on the rear of the legal documents. Plunking down with IRS monitor, Deirdre Bobedra Curtis the Wangs are reprimanded about their heaps of receipts and duty-deducted things. As per Alpha Waymond's guidelines, Evelyn trades her shoes to the contrary feet, envisions herself in the janitor storeroom, and after Ward taps the green button on her headset, she is pulled in reverse into the wardrobe where Alpha Waymond anticipates to additionally make sense of that she is a significant lady in his universe that found refrain bouncing. Before he completes his clarification, notwithstanding, malicious Deirdre gets him through the entryway and breaks his neck. Back in reality, Deirdre consents to permit them any more opportunity to turn their receipts in again by 6 p.m., yet dreading another assault, Evelyn hits her upside the head. Moreover, she understands that her guidelines were composed on the rear of the legal documents that Waymond had proactively finished up. Alpha Waymond gets back to fend off the safety officers and take them to the lunchroom. He makes sense of that they are being pursued by Jobu Tupaki, a lady whose psyche was overburdened and fragmented subsequent to being moved too hard by Alpha Evelyn. Presently she can refrain, bounce and control matter freely, yet has turned into a being of unadulterated disarray and insidiousness. Alpha Waymond makes sense of that stanza jumpers can get to abilities, recollections, and collections of their equal universe partners by playing out a genuine, nearly impossible activity that slingshots them towards that universe. After being gone after in the flight of stairs by detestable Deirdre, Evelyn can take advantage of a universe in which she didn't eat Waymond and on second thought turned into a kung fu expert and celebrity. She can ward off detestable Deirdre, yet Jobu Tupaki approaches and Alpha Waymond is taken out. It is uncovered that Jobu is really Alpha Delight, and she kills all of the safety officers shipped off capture Evelyn. Jobu shows Evelyn the everything bagel, dark opening that she has made with which she might possibly obliterate the multiverse. Alpha Gong shows up before Evelyn is sucked into the dark opening, however he needs to kill Evelyn to keep her brain from further breaking. Waymond and Satisfaction return to themselves and are befuddled by the dilemma, which Evelyn pointlessly endeavors to make sense of. Alpha Gong attempts to get Evelyn to Downer, however she declines, rather picking to turn out to be similar to Jobu so she might have sufficient ability to overcome her. Alpha Gong calls all of the close by stanza jumpers to come kill Evelyn, however she can utilize the abilities and recollection from her multiverse selves to overcome them all. Tragically, Alpha Waymond is killed by Jobu in the Alphaverse before he can say farewell to Evelyn. Just later, Evelyn's psyche cracks from the press. You're fragmenting herself and she passes on. Evelyn's brain splinters across the multiverse and she observes numerous unusual universes, one where she finishes paperwork professionally, 1wh. She has sausage fingers and is dating Deirdre, and one where an individual teppanyaki culinary expert is constrained by a raccoon. Jobu by and by tracks down Evelyn and makes sense of that she isn't attempting to kill her. All things being equal, she made the everything bagel to annihilate herself since she is fed up with never being available in any one universe. She simply believed somebody why should go with her into the unexplored world. Evelyn gazes into the bagel and acknowledges Jobu's skeptical view that nothing has much of any significance. She starts being savage and merciless in different universes, including utilizing her friends and family, ignoring her obligations, and, surprisingly, wounding Waymond. She almost acknowledges Jobu's proposal to enter the bagel, yet stops W. Hen she hears Waymond actually battling for her. In each universe, in any event, when she harms him, he protects and tidies up after her. He makes sense of that his hopefulness isn't naivete, yet rather a cognizant decision to be caring. Since that is the way he battles. Evelyn sets out to battle more like him and loses Jobu's followers by filtering through the multiverse, finding what is causing them pain, and assisting them with tracking down joy. In the Duty universe, Evelyn defies Gong about his long-lasting dissatisfaction in her lastly defends herself and Bliss. At last Evelyn Arav Essa Jobu and endeavors to pull her back from the verge, yet Bliss shouts out asking Evelyn to simply let her go. Evelyn does as such briefly prior to pulling her back and telling her that she will continuously decide to accompany her, paying little mind to wherever else she could be. While Jobu at first oddballs Evelyn's hand, she arrives at back from inside the bagel and gets back to embrace her. Back in the Expense universe, the relational peculiarities are perceptibly improved as they get ready to return to the IRS office. Evelyn and Waymond kiss in the entryway, in what is plainly their most memorable heartfelt second in a drawn-out period of time. Deirdre appears to be dazzled by the work that they have done, yet makes sense of there is something else to do before they are free and clear. Briefly, Evelyn starts to float off to monitor her other universe selves before she is pulled back and grounds herself in her home universe.